Right now at 11, police swarming a North Bay veterans home. This is following a 911 call of a woman with a shotgun. We're live with the extensive search underway right now to bring this situation to an end. And a good morning to you. Thank you for joining our midday newscast on Marcus, Washington. Now, police activity started just before 8 this morning. This is at the Yountville Veterans Home. Let's go straight to NBC Bay Area's Bob Redell. He's near that scene. And Bob, I know you've been out there for some time, so tell us what you're seeing. And I know you also were in contact with some of the family members of people who are hiding there on the premises.
Correct. Good morning, Jim Marcus. The good news so far is that there's no reports of anyone have been shot or hurt. We are about a half mile away from this Veterans Hospital here in Yountville. You can see CHPs behind us. They're keeping us down the road. This is their substation, and they're actually leading this investigation. As you mentioned, it was sometime during the late 7 o'clock, early 8 o'clock hour that there was a 911 call of a woman. The caller describing a woman walking into the hospital with the shotgun. Now, around 9:40 this morning, CHP reported you can see from NBC Bay Area, Sky Ranger, a number of law enforcement out there. They entered the building. They were looking for this person, and it was around 9:40, 9:45 that CHP says that they have had no reports of any shots fired or any additional reports of the person, the subject. So, in other words, the only time anyone supposedly saw this woman with the shotgun was during that first 911 call, but there's been no reports of her since. A number of people work inside this hospital. I spoke to one lady who's down here who's been texting with her daughter, who's a nursing student there. She tells me her daughter has been holed up in a closet with about 11 other nursing students. She described it. They were obviously scared. They were nervous, but they are safe so far, and they have not heard any shots. We also spoke to a man whose wife is a nurse here who called her this morning to report that they were being told to secure, shelter in place. Here's how that went.
But the first call, I was so worried because she's so scared. She told me, "I'm scared, Dad." He was shaking. And that's why I drove right away, because 3 years ago it happened the same thing.
Was she here 3 years ago?
Yeah, he's been working here for 20 years now.
He's referring to another shooting, a shooting that took place here almost 3 years ago, just over 3 years ago, March of 2018, when 4 people were shot and killed. That includes the shooter, who was a resident of the Pathway House. He was a resident here for nearly a year, receiving treatment for PTSD. So again, that was a shooting that took place 3 years ago. I don't want to compare that to this situation because we have no reports that a shooting has taken place here. The only report was a 911 call earlier this morning. This caller saying they saw a woman entering the hospital here about a half mile up the road with a shotgun. But as we've been reporting, CHP has not found this person, and there have been reports of the sightings of that person since. Reporting live here in Yountville, Bob Redell, NBC Bay Area News.
All right, Bob, thank you.